Alright, hello man. So why does this little container say fucking kill yourself, you asshole? The words just crossed your mind somehow. Who were they for? Who do you think they were for? Oops. That was weird. Right then. I think we just leave the first word out of like sex or Brexit or something. I don't know. We do seem to have feelings though. It is true. Anything new appear? What I can do is I can save. No, I already loaded, didn't I? So that should have updated itself properly. Question is, should we go talk to one of those? Should we go talk to Strike Guy? Maybe our undercover mates have something to say. Hey.
Again, I can't believe this shit.
At least he gets up. Good man. You have anything to say?
I've
No.
gotten.
Alright, Titus. Maybe there's someone we can go ask about the thing. Just him, I guess.
It's you again. What is it?
Talk to Khalees about the tape. And he tenses immediately. His chest tightens. You're set, ready for another blow. And now thinks he stands by what she said. That fucking fucker, he stares at his spear for 2 seconds intently, then turns to you. You're the worst cop in Revachol. I gave you gold on that tape. You pretty much laughed it off, Titus. Fucking fuckity fucker. He shakes his head in disbelief. And what did she say then? That it was fine? People are supposed to talk like that? Ty, she said you'd like to be a little dog on herself if she could. Yes, in fact, Lieutenant looks at you, and then him. I think she thought it was a little funny. Funny, Titus mumbles, his lips barely moving. No good goddamn psycho whore. Alright, he slams his giant fist on the desk doorframe. I think that the reason some of these noises are so loud is because they're on the voice slider. But some of the voices are also a lot louder than everything else compared to... It's irritating. Audio balance your fucking game. Giant fist on doorframe, all fucking righty then. I guess it's good then. That fucking... Please try to control yourself in the presence of our visitors, Titus. Her voice is a bit softer than earlier. Titus rubs his chin with his palm, as if trying to grind it smooth. And it's just perfect, just fucking perfect. Any thoughts on this, lawman? It's just stupid. I mean, why would you like ask like that in your own game? Why would you make it unpleasant and in a way that some of the things you've made are gonna get ignored? It's just weird. Maybe she isn't who you thought she was. Now I know her. He looks upstairs, distracted. She's just a girl in over her head. She's has my whole skill set compromised. She's some kind of pro. How do you know? She's not some helpless girl. She handled the mercenary well enough. Handled him. He walks. She got into some stupid shit with that guy. Shit we had to take care of. Yes, we heard all about that. And the fact still stands. You were more disturbed by the tape than her. Maybe she's still in denial, like a defense mechanism. Yeah, maybe that's a possibility. Be straight with me, Titus. What really happened? I told you already he puts his giant fist in his hand and sighs. We fucking hanged him. There's less gusto in his voice now. His men too are growing increasingly silent. The man is slowing down. Looks like a bad blood sugar crash. Can't keep track of all the variables anymore. Come on, Titus. We know you didn't hang him. He was shot. He taps his notebook. I know you're tired, so am I. Why don't we just... You know what? He gets closer. I am tired. Tired of you and the whore upstairs. Next time you see her, tell her Titus said fuck off. Throws his beer can down. That lying, scamming, we're done. It's over. You understand? Your little investigation is over. Yeah. There's silence in the room. Elaine starts saying something. Then he thinks best not to. On the floor, beer drips out of the can into a small puddle. No one does anything about it. Oh, perception. What is this quiet funeral shit? We need some beers in us. He looks around. Bartender, 20 beers for the Dock Workers Union. Why don't you make it 40, huh? The man shouts from behind the counter. Why don't we make it 100 beers? You're not loud enough. 100 beers. Now we're talking. Glenn livens up. Hobbity hop over here with some beer. Goddamn. I think we have some rhetoric close. Let's try that. Before we up fuckery here. Rhetoric. That was a good rhetoric though. We have a lot of big man on that. Rhetoric shirt. Right on with that fucker. Rhetoric hat now. I always forget what we have here. It's probably actually have the extra composure. The extra 1 perception does not really ask that much. Keep looking through these even though I know they don't do shit. Yeah, I think that's it. Okay. Rhetoric, it's on you now.
It's you again. What is it?
Come on. Convinced Titus? He's being manipulated? You should know by now, Titus Hardy will never falter. But you know someone who might. One of his boys will. Fat Angus, a powerful guy, Mr. Muscle. The time has come to put him in the pressure cooker. Just remember, it's about more than Khaleesi. It's about Clashy. It's about men and mayonnaise, a district, their responsibility. That's it, then case closed, look around. We're going home, Kim. Huh? Lieutenant raises his brow. He'll get it, go on. Write it down, Kim. Mayonnaise, they just kill you because they don't like you. Got it. He takes this out. Snowpump. Kill you because they don't like you. All because... Because of some chick? That wins. It's involuntary. Bring that up one more time and you won't get to write that report. Yes, I understand, Lane. What's your name again? Lane? You'll kill us. He scratches his notebook. It's what they do in the wild north. Oh, we got this, Kim. We're pinging the balls back and forth. Oh, sorry. I mean, we're cooperating here. We are tag teaming these boys. Oh shit, no, sorry. I mean, I respect your sexual... God damn it. High ace, Kim. They just hang you, shoot you, whatever. They don't even remember. It wasn't that. It wasn't the fat man, says with a wheeze. We didn't shoot him. That's it. That's the weak one. You flushed him out. Now go in for the... Officer, you will be next if you don't shut up. The old man reaches for his belt. His voice is strangely calm. Firearm, a Glace 08 or a .38 caliber pistol. Either small enough for you to have missed. He's on to you. He knows what you're trying to do. Good man, Volition. Steel yourself. Push on, ignore Theo. Oh. Turn to Angus. Or what? You're gonna kill me like you killed him for no fucking reason? We didn't kill him. We didn't even hang him. He was dead when... He takes a breath, wheezing. Shut up, Angus. He was dead before you hanged him. Fatty, the little guy, hits Angus on the back of the head. A loud slap. Say one more thing to the cops and I'll... Dennis! Titus roars. Stand down, I'll beat your head in, Theo. He points to a little old man. Take your hand off the belt. This isn't 31. I've got this under control. No one does. No one has this under control, motherfuckers. Does he? His closed fist is shaking. It's you who's in control. Let them have their moment. Moon falls quiet, so quiet you can hear Angus wheeze. Oh, seems like he's in Angus knee. Angie, where's your goddamn inhaler? You sound like you're dying. Left it home. I can't get it. I'm too fucked. He grabs his chest. I'm sorry. Oh no! Why are you so fucking fat, Angus? She snaps at him. Now it's all pointless because you wasted my time. I told you, Titus. Turns to him. I told you to give her up. Just to give her up. Lizzie, he turns to the fixer. Your help is no longer needed here. Go tell Everett. Fine, I'll tell him. After a long walk across the coast, she walks. A long walk across the coast. She walks off without looking back. Let's hope Angus doesn't actually fucking die. I'm sorry I made you guys fight. Me too. Aww. Well, I mean, considering the working class woman, bummers come in many ass here. So you didn't kill him, he was already dead. He nods. You hanged the corpse to cover the real cause of death, the bullet in his head. Another nod. Why? Because the girl asked us to. They were in some shit. Did she kill him? Cop, I have no idea. The girl says she didn't. It happened Sunday night. Lisa came down, he points to the stairs. She seemed really out of it, drugged up, even more than usual, bug-eyed and gurning, you know. Not the fun way. It looked like she redosed after something went down. I've seen that look before. She was scared. I knew someone had died. How did you know? I've done this job for 10 years. I've seen it before. Is the politician in the motel room with the dead hooker scenario? Only in reverse. Good analogy, boss. The rat-faced man snickers. You don't get to talk yet, Shanky or Dennis. Points to him. You're still on the bench. And you keep taking it easy too, Angus. Turns back to you. What happened then? We went upstairs. Sure stayed the Merc was dead. There was a bullet hole through the window. Fucking... Wait. Die maker lady over... Uh-oh. Sure stayed the Merc was dead. And there was a bullet hole through the window. Dirty sheets and bottles everywhere. Tibbs patched the window. Ah, Tibbs. And the corpse, we hanged. Who's Tibbs, the 8 Hardy? Yeah. Nah, he's my brother. He's in the window replacement business. If Khaleesi didn't kill him, why the cover up? You may have noticed the girls in some shit of her own. I didn't notice anything. What kind of shit are we talking about? They can't show up to police radar kind. There are people after her from the old world. Where she came from. Those people, who are they? Good man, Tibbs. He's got the stilts for that sort of work. They're powerful. He looks out the window, connected to the Maura Linton, she's clearly afraid for her life. Says if she showed up in your system, she'd be ghosted away. And why would you help someone like that by taking on a murderer? Why would I? He shrugs. I guess we abide all sorts of runaways and losers here. It's a mayonnaise thing. So who killed the merc then? Any leads? Not yet, just some ideas. She says, the shot came from outside, behind the window. That's a clue. Yeah, and if it shot him through the mouth, he was probably in the bed. Sort of snoring or something. I think the only building that's higher than there is where the die maker is. Unless someone lives above there. It would fit with the rifles, which we found in that building. No idea yet. Oh yeah, so he would have to be shot through the mouth. I see. The building is relatively big and empty, but it's the only one, like... Go away, measure head. Where the fuck are we looking? Yeah, here's her window, right? Can only come from this building, the shot at that angle, because the window's there, so, and if he was shot while in the bed, it would have to have been there, although it doesn't line up as well as it does here. But then again, this was said to be a tourist map, unless someone in the church all the way over there did it. I think these are the two options. I mean, the church got the cone of silence, so no one would hear the shot. Not yet, just some ideas. She says the shot came from outside, behind the window somewhere. That's a clue. What are you thinking? I'm thinking someone's past caught up with him. Either hers or his. Hers, you mean? I mean, the people after Thingy. Maybe the shot missed. Maybe it was meant for her. I like that, the young guy nods. Been thinking the same thing myself. Yeah, I don't think so. Well, Dice Lady has a check we've not been able to make as to why her business hasn't gotten binned with everything else. Do you have any ideas about his past too? Yeah, but shooting him through the mouth when he's wearing all that stupid armor means that it's very, very unlikely to be a misfire. Yeah, but that wasn't a broken window. Like, there was the specific window that had been replaced where the shot came through. And it's the one up on the balcony facing the bed. Yeah, well, I mean, she has a lot of windows. She has a lot of windows in that building if she's just free to move around between all of them. Yeah. You have any idea about his past too? I do. One of the mercenary buddies of his could have done it. They've got guns, training, years of bad blood, probably. It could have been someone else from Krendel, he pauses to think. Tell you what I do. Check out the coast for vantage points. Maybe consult with a ballistics buddy of mine. That's what I'd do, if I wasn't too busy doing the clown dance with you. He's calm now, threw all the turmoil away and became himself again. Good man. Whose idea was it to hang him anyway? Hers? In the manner of speaking? What do you mean? We had help from another girl. It was her idea to hang him, and I liked it, for political reason. It sent a good message. It's her, isn't it? The drug trafficker, the missing 8 Hardy. The big guy steps towards you. Fella, you think too much. Ease off, alright? You're gonna hurt your head. That woman is just affiliated with the Hardy Boys. You don't know her anyway. You know, it's okay for there to be Hardy girls. Titus. It's alright. Stone face set like concrete. He shakes his head solemnly. We're hardy boys, that's it. So nobody can tell me anything about this affiliate? Name, current location? Nope, he says. You're not getting to her. It's Khaleesi you want to talk to. Kim, we did it. Lieutenant gives a smile only you can see. Thank you for this, Titus. I'll talk to her for the last time. Conclude. You do that. He grabs his spear and swells his hand. Then thinks of something. Hey, cop, before you go. See, he looks up. Police came to Mayonnaise to hide. Many of us did. This is where you wash up. When there's nowhere left to go, the Union takes you in. Now she refused that protection, but you still prefer it if we didn't take her away. That's right. If we didn't take care of people who end up here, this place would just be a couple of ruins and some cargo containers. We'll take that into account. Lieutenant slides the notebook back into his coat pocket. Hmm. 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 A working fire? Where the hell? The thing is, we haven't asked about the guy yet at all. The striker guy, mercenary body. I haven't talked to him at all. I'm a little worried that if I start poking both sides, it might escalate. And the fighty shit might happen sooner. ID and Xylob. I wonder if she's actually still out there. Hmm. Cheers. Odd. Lady, do you have any empty bottles?
It's always good to see you.
Yeah, but she might have fled now that she knows that we know the thing. Cracks a weary smile, leaning against the railing. Something in her demeanor has changed. She's tired, consigned to her fate. To being here with you and what's to come. Wait, so she's sitting... She's gonna get shot, isn't she? That's why she's standing here, so she can get shot if she tries to talk. Because this is where the shot would ask. Let me just go in and check the window again. There might be some more shit we can ask. Nothing new. I suspect turdery. Come on. Let's do ourselves first of all a quick save, just in case that when I go in here to do a proper save, I don't accidentally load like I did that one time. Alright.
It's always good to see you.
Mm-hmm. The Hardy Boys told us what really happened. I understand. She puts her coffee mug on the table. Just like that, no resistance. Her shoulders are slouched, her feet long and straight. You don't look surprised. You were expecting this. I knew that there was a chance you'd get them to tell you. It's what you do. You're the police. She winches. For what it's worth, I'm sorry for wasting your time. If you knew we would find out eventually, why did you waste our time? Because of the Hardys. I couldn't just dispense with them. They were the only trying to help me. She looks at her feet. Out of the shit I'd gotten into. That's not a good enough reason. You're right, there's more. More? You answer to the coalition government, and by extension, the morality. She reaches for a new cigarette. Briefly glancing over her shoulder to the sea, she's as she's done time and time again. Grand expanse of water reaches over the bay to the horizon, golden grey in the moonlight. What lies beyond it? The pale, the Mundi Isola, the Ocean, and orange, the old world. Is that why you keep looking over your shoulder? You're afraid of the moralitarianate? She nods. You share a database with them. You send people to their courts. She lights a cigarette. What's going on? What did you do? Just business, but bad business for some people in the moralitarian. If I show up in their records, officer, they will find me. They will. What happens if they do? They will kill me, officer. If you file my name, take me in for questioning, enter me into the thingy, mortarian mill. There's a wince and a pained little smile. Well, then I'm fucked for nothing. This murder didn't have anything to do with me. Here we go. For once you have her off guard. What did you do to these people after you? What did you do to have these people after you? It's not nice, but it's not illegal, not here in Revachol or even in Orangey. What exactly did you do? Industrial espionage. I joined a business collective with the intention of betraying them. I did my job well enough to be asked to do it again. With a bigger company, the kind you really, really don't fuck with. I took the ledgers, 2 decades worth of accounting. Taps out his notebook. I need the names of companies involved and who hired you. The job was a Elysium County Savings Bank. They sound small, but they're part of the Luke Scrap conglomerate. That was the second job. The first one was a printer company. You wouldn't know them. Wait. The Big Man Printer Company. As to who hired me for the job, I don't know, but they're after me too, along with the Luke Scrap. And they're friends with the MI. She breathes out heavily. Once you're done in the competitive intelligence circuit, you don't have allies, you're radioactive. Luke Scrap, the people engineer financial disasters in second world countries. The conglomerate also includes the Bank of Consecration, Ibergerg, and the popular Papa Lolo line of dairy products. What? I'm gonna yell Papa Lolo. Papa Lolo! Yeah, Papa fucking Lolo wants to kill me, she smiles. That's a lot of shit you got yourself into. It is. Many people lost their jobs. Not just C-suite, ordinary people. What I did to get to accounting, she shakes her head at the thought. A lot of people got hurt, she concludes. I guess so. I mean, at least we were banan. A lot of people got hurt, he concludes. That's just more of my shit you shouldn't have to deal with. You're solving a murder. What happened here the night he died? We were there. She points to the window. Silhouette in the bed visible. Together in bed, I mean. What exactly happened? Okay, she takes a deep breath. He was in a kneeling position. He had just entered me. I was on my back, looking at him. I heard the window behind me shatter. When I turned around, there was a hole in the glass. So he must have been facing the window, making some sort of face upwards to be shot in the top of the mouth. Turned back to him. She breathes out. A moment of silence. His eyes were looking through me, and his mouth was open. Dumb, I could see. I could. Her chest rises and falls with each word. She keeps herself together and says it. I knew he was dead before he fell down on top of me. Then what happened? He was heavy. I pushed him off, and he fell to the floor. There she points through the window. He only had his boots on. I bit the pillow, not to scream, then ran downstairs. It's a long pause. She just stands there, her arms at her sides, then continues. I waited for the second shot to come. For me, I thought there would be one. It never came. She's forgotten about her cigarette. The butt has burned right down her fingernails. A cigarette. Oh, she looks at it and quickly tosses the butt aside. Are you sure you're not making this up? I mean, neither of these would really mean we believe her. We could just be talking ass. You sure you're not making this up? I'm not lying to you, she immediately like another one. What time was this? When did it happen? It would help if you could be as precise as possible. 11:30 to 12 thingy. I don't know the exact time. Around midnight. Okay. Witching hour. Or 2:15. No, it isn't. Is it? That's okay. Takes a note. Were you inebriated? Not as much as usual. He's done a line plus other things. I was drinking. Right, Titus says he was gurning her jaw off more than usual. Titus said you look pretty high. Oh yeah, she tilts her head. I did one of his lines just to clear my head. Did you hear or see the shooter in the course of this? No. What did you do then? Nothing. I was trapped. I was stuck in my room downstairs. I got some clothes on and crawled back up. Through the blinds, blood was coming from his mouth. Not a lot, just a little. He was still on the floor, slouched. Couldn't be there with him anymore. So I ran down and out of my room, into the hallway, down the stairs. We shot him, didn't we? Maybe, I don't know. I knew there would be people there. Might be why we said we weren't worthy of our gun. I don't know. What happened after you ran downstairs? She was tending to the bar. She looks down. A lot of people were there. The Hardys were at the table in front of the stage. I think the union box was full. We are a good shot, yeah. Well, we're an okay shot. Yeah, we're an okay shot when we're completely hungover like a twat. They have talked about us being marksmen, though. I think it's because, though, that we managed to roll for shooting the thing down. Our hand-eye coordination is 4, which is... I mean, 3 is probably average. Ruby was there too. They were having such a good time, she pauses. I sat down and they all welcomed me. I didn't have to say anything. Ruby knew something was wrong. Ruby? Who's Ruby? Ruby, you know her, the leader. The leader of what? The Hardy Boys. She says, as if it's self-evident. But Hardy was the leader of the Hardy Boys. Well, nominally, yes. Ruby's the one who they got to when things happen. Like, things need to be taken care of. She's the organizer. Would you say she is the 8th Hardy Boy? Why not? Okay, let's go on. What then? Well, Ruby said, let's talk upstairs. I showed her the room. I've known these people since December. They know the situation. I can't leave a paper trail. Ruby was the first one I told. She said she'd take care of it. Of this. It's what she does, you know, take care of things. I help her get the body to the bathroom. We use the belt to pull him under the shower to keep him upright. To mislead you, they were tampering with the body to produce lividity matching the hanging. Yes. Well, we completely missed the tampering. Looks like you got there in time. What was this, 20 minutes after death? About 20, yeah. Ruby explained. It would make the blood, you know, what it does. She looks at the ground and raises her light brown eyes to meet you. What do you do then? Ruby went outside to talk to Titus and the boys. I was just looking at Lely in the bathroom. I had to put his clothes back on, his armor too. It was tough, but I've seen him take it off and put it on many times. It took Ruby maybe half an hour to come back with Titus. I got him ready by then. They carried him out. I knew that. I knew what they were going to do. Make it look like a hanging. Ruby said they would. What did you do while they were hanging him? Ruby said to wait here. She also said I wouldn't see her for a while. That we would lay low that we should lay low or something. So I did. This Ruby, where's this Ruby now? I don't know. I haven't seen her since. We need to take this question to the Hardy Boys. What happened? Did you hear a gunshot? When he was shot, she thinks? I may have. I don't know. I couldn't hear anything over the glass exploding. The gunshot wasn't that loud. This is something to keep in mind when asserting the distance of the shot. Okay, church then. Maybe the little inaccessible bit out here. Nah, church probably. Maybe we shot while we jumped our car. Did you kill Lily like an asshole? We asked this. What? She got this last vestige of her strength? Why would I put myself through this? Insanity. It's also weird he got shot through the top of the mouth specifically when he wasn't wearing his armor. It doesn't add up. And they kept saying that he showered with his armor and everything, but that might have been part of the lie. Get myself cornered like that? There's a silence. The wind picks up. He wouldn't have died if it weren't for me. I know that, but I've never hurt him. Yeah. Well, they said he showered with the armor and never took it off, but I don't know if that was her. Okay, I'd like to answer some other questions. Like what? Wait. Could the people after you have killed him? That's the first thing that went through my head when I heard the glass break. Oh yeah, she said, right, she touched his hair. I thought they'd found me, but killed me to punish me. All last week I've tried not to talk to anyone or be seen with anyone. Yeah, because we touched his hair as well, and we know about how the hair is, and she did as well. But he was shot through the mouth as if he was wearing his helmet while he was shot. So I think this is another runaround. I thought they found me, they killed him to punish me. Last week, they tried... all last week I've tried not to talk to anyone or be seen with anyone. She looks at her cigarette, saying they wouldn't be hurt. I've come to understand, however, this is paranoia. What happened didn't have anything to do with me. Either way, it's something to consider. We can't go after loose scrap. Not yet. There are other saner leads. Loose scrap? What? Loose scrap? What? I don't ask you to, Lieutenant. If there's one thing I know, it's that you'll get nothing from there. Oh, the company, right? Yes, you're... Why did you call the cops if you're hiding? Because I'm an idiot. The answer comes fast. Which is an indicator of truth? I don't think so. Why do you do it? You have to understand the people around here. No one was making the call, and he kept rotting, and then they picked his clothes off, and that little fucker threw stones at him. As her jaws clench. Her throat moves. It takes all her strength not to cave in and sob just one time. He kept throwing stones at him for 3 days. I could hear the thud, thud, thud. She shakes her head. So I called you. I hope with all my heart that it's not the last thing I do in Revshul. Oh god, that was a lie too. Who made the call then? What? Elysium? Nah, Elysium's a good man. When was the window changed? Points to it. Last week, Angus and Titus' brother, I think he's called Tibbs, took care of it. He takes a drag. You could have another look at the window after this. Reconstruct the scene. It's right there. The bedroom inside? Yes. You see the glass sparking from the corner of your eye. I think we're done for now. She nods silently. She doesn't even smoke. She just picks up the cold coffee and holds it in her hands. Lieutenant glances at you, then at the door. He's thinking, are we done here? Or should we arrest her? She's a flight risk and she lied to you. She could be taken into custody. Time to drama the fuck up. Now I think the stilt legs are what allows him to reach windows out of ass normal cats. Let's fucking drama it up, motherfuckers. Man puts on bow tie. Gets ready for the big drama. The black tank top is thingy, isn't it? Yeah, it is. Good man. Yeah, let's not put the piss faggot jacket on. That's not great. Yeah, it's because we're about to scream.
I was just thinking, what a nice day for questions.
In God's name, wake up!
Murder investigation.
Oh, it's drama we're yelling at. What? Who? What? Dear Lord, you've been lied to. She could have killed her lover and lied to everyone. She's not the most fair and just at all. She's smoking. She's all smoke and mirrors and will-o-wisps. She probably didn't give you her real name either. Why would she? Arrest her immediately before she further entangles you in her web of lies. Take it easy. Don't overcompensate with this course correction. Ask questions first. See? Devil woman. We have a book about that, right? You know, I didn't... I think you didn't make that call to the station. I did. She takes a step forward. What is this? I called your desk or whatever. It's numbers all over town. Thingy for emergencies. There was an older woman at the end. Sounded like she was smoking. She took my complaint. She coughed. That is the emergency desk number. Anyone could know that, sire, by looking around and calling the desk. I don't believe a single word she says. What time did you make the call? Thursday night. It was late, sometime after 12. Attendant nods. In your direction, it checks out. Stands before you, holding her back very straight. Devil woman. Your real name isn't Thingy, is it? I agree, Lieutenant turns to her. You wouldn't give us your real name, not when people are after you. Okay, her voice cracks suddenly. There's a garrote. Like there's a garrote around her neck. Okay, what? Okay, it's not. I knew it. You log your work every week. It's all transmitted to Comsoner. I couldn't just beg you not to enter my name, so I lied. Like I lied before. Like I did at SB. I have to lie all the time. She looks at her hands. Her fingernails are chipped and white. I'm so tired of it. Was the passport bullshit too? The one you kept hidden? No, it's submerged in a plastic buoy on the coast, in the reeds. It's just, don't call me, don't say Thingy. It says Anuk Maya's in it. Alright. Falsified documents, passport and visas, you nods. Given to me by my employer. I can't even use them. My employer probably leaked the name. Maya Schmidt to hurt me. Why would they do that? I didn't show up at a rendezvous. They didn't take that lightly. She rushes to explain. I didn't show up because I was afraid they'd do something to me. The job was finished. I'm just a liability now. Where's this buoy? West of the boardwalk in the reeds. On the coast there. She points toward the clump of ruins on the western horizon. I put it there when I first arrived. Haven't been there since. I'm not sure if I could even find it now. It's useless. West of the boardwalk in the reeds. We have to check the buoy out. Tender makes a note of it. Yeah, welcome to. It's in the reeds northwest of here. Past the broken sewage pipe. Right near the water line. Tell me your real name. It's Catherine Thingy. Smile on her face is timid, almost painfully so. It's a grad name. Ceremony or yoga grad in origin. Not occidental at all. Smells of motor oil, tiger economic desolation, and rock music infused alcoholism. Hold on, Thingy is not Orange's name, is it? It's not even Monday, it's grad. My parents were Simsing immigrants, but I'm a nationalized orangey. And all I remember is orangey. She's silent. Alice is my father's name. I say nothing. I haven't said it aloud in such a long time, that name. She shakes her head. You're probably not even Miss Orangey 37, are you? I am. A smile quivers. Can never take a sash and my scepter from me. Yes, I can for lying. Fucking drama. Enough, conclude. Why haven't we not arrested her yet? There may be grounds here, at least for an extended detention. A little whisper, the young woman hears you. She's looking around. A little whimper, she hears us. What if I told you you're under arrest, miss? But I haven't done anything. She backs up against the railing with a forced smile on her face. Anything illegal? Fucking mind games enough. That's right, gang. Stern and merciless now. Stern and merciless. Let's reel her in. You're suspect in a murder investigation. You're a flight risk. That's all the reason I need. I thought we were just going to try and spook her by saying we did. We could back out of it, but I guess not. Yeah, you're a flight risk. Pretend to produce a pair of handcuffs. She's going to jump, isn't she? Please no. Her eyes become round with fear. Tries to back further off. I think I know who did it. I know who shot Lily. I know it wasn't me. Well, drama's also overcompensating. You know it wasn't me. Why would I do it? I have no motive. Who do you know? Who shot him? She's silent for a second as if looking into herself with certainty. Then in a hushed voice she says, Ruby. Why do you think it was her? She has this thing for me. Ever since I met her and the boys downstairs, she's been pretty frank about what she wants. What she's saying is sex. Sex? And more, she nods. Yeah, there was a bunch of lesbian stuff in the car. Made a mistake of confiding in her. I told her I was on the run. She started protecting me. It became an unhealthy relationship. When I started spending time with Lily, she was in a near whisper. Says in a near whisper, she told me to end it. Says there would be shit if I didn't. It was not a good meeting. We stopped talking after that, but I don't understand. Lieutenant says, incredulous. He still has his cuffs in his hand. What exactly is your relationship? Made you think she's romantically interested in you? She says she's in love with me. She even asked me to run away with her. When I told her I'm a fugitive, she started developing notions about our relationship. You led her on? Lieutenant narrows his eyes. A little. I was flattered, you know. But then I had to let her off. And it was not easy. I came to regret being friendly with her. She looks at her feet. We maybe kissed, nothing more. I don't know what to make of this. I know what it sounds like, but why didn't... that's why I didn't want to tell you before. She raises her eyes and yours. But she knew she had... what had happened when I came downstairs. Could Ruby have been the one that bought our gun? Somehow she knew Lily was dead. She wasn't surprised at all. Angry, crazy chick, yeah, maybe. When we came up here, she was calm as a stone too. She cleaned it all up like she had a plan. That's just a little strange. People don't usually keep things together under stress like that. When Ruby said that there was there would be shit happening if you didn't end the relationship with the deceased, was she threatening you? Or had someone else shoot the ass. I mean, she did say she was trapped in the room for a bit after the shot. She came over one night drunk, said she'd turned my life into a living hell. I've been threatened before, but I can tell when someone knows how to do it. She's a pro, she must be, to keep the Hardys in line. I tried severing ties with her after that. I thought it had been, but why didn't she bin Titus then, if they'd been humping? Makes no sense. She's a pro, she must be, to keep the Hardys in line. I tried severing ties with her after that. I thought it had worked too, but she looks around the window of her room. Some of that fear is still with her, she exhales sharply. What are you talking about? She's afraid you'll arrest her. And how could she have killed her? I don't know, I mean, Hardy works for Ruby, right? So she could have told him to back off. Well, none of this makes sense if Titus was assing, because he would know all the Ruby stuff and would back off. Like, she admitted herself they didn't have much of a relationship, her and Dead Guy. So it's not any more threatening than whatever she asked around with Titus. I smell turdery. And how could she have killed him? You said that there was a secret route there, right? She points to the open door and leads the pinball workshop. Oh, so it might actually, yeah, it might have been Ruby assing around in there, right? She's gonna come up through there, taking a shot right there, where I stand. It was too dark outside, I wouldn't have seen her. But he would. Then slip back downstairs without anyone noticing. That is possible. There is a hole there, and there is shoes that could have been a lady's. A light step, but it didn't match the boots that had the I mean, she said the window was the loudest. I don't know. It is possible. Interesting theory. Did she know the door exists? Had you been out there with her? She's been up here many times. They used to come to drink on before the roof. Drink on the roof before. Used to come and drink on the roof. The young woman falls silent. Her mouth moves a little without sound. What is it? You're thinking about the peephole, right? The perforation in the pinball workshop wall. She would have seen us. My bed is right next to. He's forgotten her cigarette in the ashtray. Maybe Ruby's who's in the crane at. You mean to suggest she made it? No, she shrugged off. No, why would she do that to herself? No, I just remembered you told me about it, and she's not really sure it was right above the bed. You could have seen all sorts of things from there. Don't let your imagination run wild here, sire. Keep it on track. Okay, that's it for Ruby. Wrap it up. Okay, and what? Arrest the liar now. Why? She told us some pretty interesting things here. Who? Her. Stop letting her distract you. What do you think, men? I think law-wise we should arrest her, but I have a sneaking suspicion she's going to jump and splat if we try that. I'm gonna ask a vote up. I mean, the right thing to do is to arrest her. I think I have a sneaking suspicion she's still fucking with us, but depends on how heartstringy we're being tugged here. I can't make up my mind though, so I leave it to men. Vote away. Alrighty. Well, I mean, it's risky. It's risky as well to leave her. She is most certainly gonna run away after we talked about this. But arresting her will likely cause all sorts of bullshit to happen down there. I'll keep you here, miss, for now. Thank you to credit yourself for one. Thank you won't regret it. Something tells you you will. Let's talk about you and Ruby again. Oh, never mind. Change the subject for the time being. She slowly lights another cigarette and steadies her breath, as if in the presence of some tiger. You are. This is not the end of this. Return later. Damn. Fucking. Imagine just a man changing clothes into a fucking toga, whatever the fuck that was, right in front of you. Before talking to her. What do you think about this, Kim? Buoy. That doesn't work. Organizer, have you fully explored the whirling, analyzed the site of murder, and truly thoroughly interrogated her? Make it convincing them easier. Okay, this sounds like sort of nearing endgame type shit. I have a suspicion that if we go to the buoy, she will be gone when we come back. It's the classic go far away from the location so you can't. Oh, we were to take another look at the window as well, weren't we? Nothing new. Like the classic go far away from the character to do a meaningless thing. Then when you come back, the set has changed because they can't do that while you're there. It's what I suspect will happen. Window's green now. Visual calculus, what happened here? Whoa. Fucking really? Of course we double asked it. Oh, I'm very tempted to scum that one. Ugh. we're not going to be able to get visual calculus up further. Yeah, it's maxed out. That one will be forever asked. Fuck it. Did so well up until this point. Oh, for fuck's sake, I'm wearing bullshit again. X commended. Do you think it cheated? It's not XCOM then, is it? There we go. Golden light melts away into the blue glassy darkness of your mind. In it are two neon lit shapes, a man and a woman on a single bed. What position are they in? Like the witness said, man is kneeling, the woman is on his back. Night of March the 4th, and the shot has just been fired. The man looks directly at the woman, the shot possible directions converge in his mouth. A ray cast from somewhere outside, entering his brain. Where does it come from? This was someone standing directly outside assing. From the roof outside. Case in a prime, a glass fractured around a bullet hole. His yard's face inward like a corona. Maybe Ruby's the one in hiding, and she's the insane one. Damn. Inspect the ghostly figures. Man does not know the bullet has entered his brain. He never will. Death comes faster than the realization. Have a look at point A, the roof. The ray cast from the man's mouth unravels into a fan of possible directions, all on the roof at first. The shot could have come from any of them. Is this a composite location, a prime? Most likely of the origin points. Okay. Shouldn't there be gun residue outside? There could have been. This rain and slush has washed it all away. This was more than a week ago. So I'm, 80% sure the roof is where the shot was made from. 72 with an antique weapon that fires military grade ammunition and Bell Margot rifle, for example. This is good distance, but not too short. The perpetrator aimed with their back against the railing, or possibly kneeling for precision. This will explain why it only took them one shot. Lights were on in here. Outside it was dark. It was like shooting fish in an aquarium. A well-lit aquarium. The victim opened his mouth to let the bullet in. Neither of them would have seen anything outside in the darkness, too busy with their own bodies. Could a shot have come from inside the room, a closer point? Point X could contradict point X. Where's the point X? Would contradict the woman's testimony, rendering the entire proposition void. These figures would be wiped out, detective. Are there any arguments against A prime, the roof? None that you found thus far, but that doesn't mean there aren't any. Could there have been another point of origin further away? It's 28%, yes. But in this model, the shot could have come from a greater distance. Nothing excludes the possibility. Should we extrapolate to include every possibility? Possible point of origin in mayonnaise? Yes. According to your maps of the district, the shot could have come from a wide angle of location, starting with the northern edge of the abandoned boardwalk. ending in an islet on the bay. Let's call them B prime. More precisely. B is for boardwalk, B as for Land's End, and B thingy for the islet detective. There may be smaller points in between, but those are too fine to zoom in. Alright, the boardwalk. 700 meters away, the likeliest of the two B positions, 20% chance. Skilled sniper could have taken the shot, provided he had safe sniper's nest, even with the light out on outside, inside. We're talking military training. The distance the perpetrator would have to take the wind direction into account. And it was with an old ass rifle, right? Seems unlikely. The Land's End. 1.2 kilometers away, least likely of the positions. Let's say 3%. A truly skilled sniper could have done it, possibly from a tent. Not too far fetched. The angles look completely wrong for shooting up from anywhere but a building. Have a look at the point, the islet. 1 kilometer away, point beyond the docks, on an islet in a bay. The fort is ruined, but the perpetrator may have found a stable spot on the benches surrounding it, where the concrete crumbles into the sea. You saw the coin-operated viewer. Maybe, yeah. So it would have been a small miracle, 5%. Well, I just fucked up 3%. There's an extremely narrow field of view at the bay of the window, between Rue and Thingy. The angle would have been extreme, and access to the islets is questionable. Kim, do you think the shot would have come from further than the roof? From where precisely? There's a lady with a rifle as well. Let's say B prime, the boardwalk, B double prime Land's End, and prime the islet. See if we give this a lot of thought. He remarks, raising an eyebrow. Those are locations you singled out in addition to the roof. And what is the likelihood, in your opinion, that it came from further distance? Much less than the roof, but still. Okay. But we should see if there's any gunshot residues or sniper's nest if we go down the coast. Rule these spots out one by one. Good man. It would be a diligent thing to do. Until then, personally, I'm going with the roof version. It fits the hidden path through the whirling. Simple hypothesis. But a man of simple brain. Well, that will match with us going to Oogle the Buoy. So that's alright. Ow. I want some ding ding so I can unlearn shit and become ass. Want to be the undrugginator. Wonder if these asses still don't want to talk to us.
Again, I can't believe this shit.
Well, was shot and then made up to look like he was hanged. He might have been shot by people who hanged him. Well, maybe shot by the what? A cover-up. Where the author of this cover-up is the perp. Makes sense. I know, but what's the motive? You don't have a motive? Double cover-up seems too neat. I don't know. Why are you? Gives you an odd look. Alright, good man. Talk to you later, Titus. Bet you'll be gone when we come back. There's also my wobbled spot down there, so that's annoying. Is he still there? Any new checks asked up? No. For Oogle. Oogle LSTK. We're not wearing shit, are we? No, we have ass. It's up here, one of them. To das again. Boardwalk. Yeah, island and lantern. I think the lady that had the boat that wasn't gonna ass us might be ready now with the boat. Hey, boats are very fine. Hey lady, your boat ready. Boat de los Motor. Need to read the Women Are Crazy book as well. Wasn't there Women Are Evil book or something?
The waves are beginning to die down. Look at those little bastards. Simmer down, bastards.
That's my motor carriage in the sea. Point to the sunken vehicle. Oh, she looks at the pointed direction. That's good to know. Why is it in the sea? I wasn't feeling it. It was an accident. I'm sorry. She looks at you and shrugs. It's called for a funeral, if you ask me. Are you suggesting we honor the carcass of my former motor carriage? It feels to serve, don't you think? Falling in line of duty like that. Aww. Not an odd thought, maybe I should. Why odd? Are things a part of our life world? They're made with human sweat and they share human history. We should care about them, and we care about humans to some extent at least. Right, I mean, but organising a funeral takes a lot of time and effort, doesn't it? Oh yes, he says with chuckle. You won't even be able to get it out of the water before early June or whenever. Where are you gonna bury it? Who to invite? What music to play at the wake? It takes someone who's been through a few funerals. Take it from someone who's been through a few funerals. It's easiest just to leave them there and let nature take care of it. That's all the time we have for it, right now anyway. The lieutenant looks at you sympathetically. Come back here in June and see how you feel about it then. It's not like it's going anywhere. It's a pity we can't do more frivolous side activities like rejuvenate the Doom commercial area or... Lieutenant. The lieutenant looks at you almost gently. Yes, that is a pity, but for now let's focus on the things we can do, like the murder investigation for example. Looking for someone? Okay. I thought her boat would be ready or something we could ask up. Take us to the... I don't think we can get to that islet ass. right now or some shit. What depressing ass music. It's the boardwalk up there, isn't it? I need to get up on the boardwalk. Yo yo. What's this it? Maybe man guy can tell us a few things about fuck.
Hello again.
No. Right. Nothing new. I need bullshit to talk to me, don't I? We need some fucking shivers. What's our shivers at right now? 2. God damn. How do we get more shivers here? Need the land to tell us what it's been doing. We have nothing that does shivers. Ah, we have a shivers thing. Two shivers, motherfucker. We're ready here with 4 shivers. Our suggestion is 0. Can only say fuck. None of this does anything. Ass. What do you do? Shiver at you.
Hello again.
Build a bulwark. Ass. I leave. If you were me, you'd have to shoot through the church. That seems not plausible. Fucking dead guy's just still there. Oh. It's a long way down to your death from here, 20 meters at least. Thanks, Shivers. I'm glad I got you. No stepping on the floorboards. This is a boardwalk, but we're not really allowed to oogle. We're also in the market for a stupid buoy. Getting dark-ish as well. On the catwalk. Right, when we get to 2 hours with this, I'm gonna stop for the night with this, but we're gonna play something else after I've had the nibbles, just to shake it up a little bit, so that I don't kill my voice. I'm very, very excited about this, but need to save the old voice. Right, this is where we oogled the shit, right? Can I actually get there? If I double click, he starts running the other way around. Hmm. Fails mid. The question is, are we going to go in the Pacific Theater of War, or are we going to Necron the shit out of it, eh? The fuck is that? The buoy? Metal plastic contraption pops up and down amidst trembling bullshit. At first it just looks like trash, but if you look closer... Oh, there he points to a strange looking object. I bet this is a fucking trap or a bomb or something. That over there points to a strange... It must be the buoy thing you told us about. The one she hid her passport in. We should take a look. Pick up the buoy. Lift the buoy out of the water without much effort. It's not tied to or it's not tied or to anything. The cord dangling from the bottom appears to have been cut. Examine it. Small number 1 has been written on the 11 has been written on the plastic, yellow plastic. It hasn't been in the water for a very long time, but it's already discolored and slimy with silt. Latch holds it closed, but only just barely. A brittle metal left the latch has cracked. Simple construction, very unsafe. Sniff the buoy. Smells like it. You would expect it to smell. A concentrated version of the sea, of the coast, salt, industrial slop, and decay. The water of this side, the peninsula is cleanest. Actually, shake it. I don't know. Something in there splashing around. Open. A shot glass worth of seawater pours out, some algae and nothing else. Well, damn. Wasn't this where Gary was fucking around? Was this where he picked up the gloves, maybe? I mean, look, it's still here. A little longer and it would have floated away. Pretend to flash a mirthless half smile. We still got here too late. There's nothing of use here anymore. No documents. Who could have... who do you think took him? I have no idea. Lieutenant taps his foot. Is mine a quirk? We know what... Quirk? We know what was in the buoy anyway? He presses his lips. Or think we do. This is a small loose end. Either way, not important, I hope. Could be related to cryptozoologists in a little expedition. In my experience, cryptids are generally uninterested in traveling documentary size. We should go. You think you should ask the miss what she thinks later. If you have the time, though you doubt she'll tell you much at this point. Might have taken them herself. May very well be the case. We should keep an eye on her, she says. Nothing more for us to do here. Let's go. Okay. I say ass. Phasmid. Where the hell is the island? I can never find that bit. Up behind the church, I think. Weren't allowed to examine the boardwalk for some reason, I don't understand. This thing is still locked beyond shit. Could this structure have been used to take the shot from here to the whirling? I can't see how. He looks southeast and blows on his fingers. The church is in the way. Ass. There's the islet up there. The last trap. Well, I don't think the shivers are doing us any good. Oh. There's something here that could indicate the sniper used this place for a nest to take in the shot. Is there something here? Just some urban detritus, bottle, and a dilapidated old comms tower. In distance you can hear the breakers roar. I don't see a lieutenant. W Frita. I don't see a person take a shot here and hit something there. He looks east over the coast in the whirling rags. Look over the water to the whirling rags. There, 1.2 kilometers over the water in the bay. With a trick snowstorm, melting flake ice in the waves. You see smallest spectacle, barely visible. Glowing light on the third floor of the whirling rags. With binoculars, you can see a young woman. Shape move behind the glass, limbs long and slender. Climb the comms tower, shot there. It's not possible to climb that ladder, even if you were why. There's no platform up there to take aim from. The lieutenant looks up, raising his collar. What about cigarette butts? Those, he points to them. A smoking assailant who favors Thingy to Astro or Derotu. Cigarette butts are everywhere. It's a common brand for old men. Maybe the campfire is used by the perpetuator to warm his hands for pulling the trigger, perhaps, but anyone could have made this. The coast is specked with fires. This time of year, he looks around. Truthfully, this seems like a very poor choice to take a thingy shot from. Visibility is awful. There's water vapor everywhere. I think we can rule it out. B double prime, was it? Alright. Boardwalk for bullet tracers. Island. We can't get to the island. The lady has the fucking the boats. I'm assuming the boat allows you to ask eventually. Unless it means the little island the men were in the tent in. Yeah, I'm thinking this thing, which we can't get to without a boat, I'm assuming. No, it just seems weird. I refer to the other ass as the boardwalk, but we didn't see any bullet bullshit up there. I think this one might just be unsolvable until you get, or undoable until you get access to the island, which I assume only happens at some point when That lady says her boat's done drying. Which we couldn't talk to her about again for some reason. Bit is up there. Can't get there for some fucking reason. Wonder if you have to raise the fucking thing to get a reroll on the passives, or if it's enough to just run past stuff with different clothes or something. I don't know. Like, how the hell do I get up there? I'm assuming this is it. Unless it means another boardwalk somewhere. A bit that fell to shit over there. Should be able to get up there this way, I guess. You would say ladder? Maybe. Again. Seems like there would be something behind the fence or something to let me in there. So I can go through the building and up top or something. Fuck. Maybe these men heard some sort of shot.
Our tenant.
No. Sorry, Ram.
The waves are beginning to die down. Look at those little bastards. Simmer down, bastard.
We'd ask her about the boat before, now there's not even an option, so I'm wondering what the hell. Nothing new. Could talk to Titus, I guess. No, he's still here.
I was just thinking, what a nice day for questions pertaining to a murder investigation.
I found your buoy. It was empty. Oh. Did you take the document? No, of course not. As I said, it would have been too risky for me to use those documents anyway. Ploy gave them to me. In truth, would have destroyed them. I have a strange feeling an undiscovered cryptid took your documents. Yes. Cryptid, of course, that must be it. She takes a bag of a cigarette. Warm amusement in her eyes. Thank you, I feel better already. What, the dread moose? Dread moose is too scary. I can't cope. I worry we fucked up by finishing the cryptozoologist thing too quickly. There's a composure check in Gary ass. We haven't been able to ask. You have to say that, Pond, otherwise it bins you. Probably bin you anyway, fuck it. It's straight fucked, I guess. Hey, homosexual guy. I'm here to fuck up some more, Titus. I'm sorry.
It's you again. What is it?
Scan room. We googled this. Ruby's missing, obviously. Exactly. Then none of this is news of you. Stood here for about 4 seconds, not saying anything. Time to move on. Okay, I talked to Thingy. I need to talk to Ruby. Why? He just leans back and looks at you, regards you with curiosity. I've seen her in the laudanum-induced delirium. The paranormal instincts inspired whispered her name into my ear. A civil war is brewing, and the only way to prevent it is to solve this the murder. That means talking to Ruby. Sounds like you want to push this steaming pile of shit on anyone. And now you picked Ruby. Well, not on my watch, you won't. Ruby's one of us. I'm not gonna throw her under the Moralinian steamroller. Fuck that shit. And fuck you too, Moral Fagar. He throws a glance at Titus. The last syllables leave his lips. The big guy sighs. Oh. Maybe Titus is. Oh. Ruby's missing. If you hide from the police in the murder investigation, you become a suspect. You know how it works, guys. That's nothing. That's just legalese. You don't even have a sound theory. He crosses his arms. I don't want to be rude, but we're trying to get some R&R here. You think you could fuck off now? Think we'll keep sticking around, Titus? You'll be surprised how quickly a theory presents itself if we keep looking. Gotta put our logic bullshit on, boys. Those really are best logic classes. They are. God damn. Why fucking logic hat? Swat Jesus. That's a better logic hat. How? Man puts his fucking headstock
You
on.
again. What is it?
Sun flash of lightning in your neurocortex. A hostile cafeteria is lit by near blaze. Floor plans, bullet trajectories, web of human emotion all channeled into a single thought. Why are you so sure Ruby didn't off him? Because he was here all night with us. He's cobbling together shit so he can't, so he can put her away. It's cop 101. She was here all night. Lieutenant ignores the tattooed man. Ass to ass. What was she doing here all that time? Yeah, with us drinking near the stage there. He points to the karaoke stage. Didn't go to the bar for a drink? No. In the whole 45-minute window, she was with you all the time. Alright, maybe she took a fucking leak. Okay? For one moment, went out to... she has an operation to run from her lorry. He points to the intersection. We're not getting into that operation. What that operation is again, cop. And just cause she was gone for 5 minutes doesn't mean she magically got to the roof and shot him. Taps his temple. I've been through this, it's not plausible. He's been through it, that means he suspected her too. Alright, we're in. We got Ruby unaccounted for and some time during the window. This is crucial. Now let's place her on that roof. You do agree the shot came from the roof, right? Why not? You can draw a straight line to the Finger's window from any of the surrounding buildings. No, you can't draw it. Not from what I know about mayonnaise. Maybe from the coast, but like I said, I've been too busy dealing with you idiots, so no. Shakes his head. I don't think it was a sniper, it was close up. There's a 72% chance the bullet came from the roof. 72%. He picks up his beard. There's a percentage and all. Where'd you get that from? Your guys in the lab. Analyzed it on the spot. Turns out I can do that. No, you can't. I know what you did here on the weekend. People talk. And what you say doesn't sound like cop science. You're a madman. Those numbers were an ass pull, man. How dare you? There's a secret route on the kitchen that leads straight to the roof. How? He looks sincerely curious. Through what looks like an abandoned pinball workshop. People say there was a pinball arcade here sometime before the hostel. What's it called, Theo? East Delta Pinball Arcade, the old man calls. Weird place, went bankrupt. Okay, but the man looks around. How'd you get up? There's no room for a staircase in this building, or an elevator for that matter. The elevator's outside the building. It's an old dumbwaiter used for moving pinballs machine up and down from the workshop. Good one, Kim. Thank you. Lieutenant is glad he got the floor plan right there. From there, door leads straight to the roof. You can just step outside. Ruby could have gone up, shot him, come down, all under 7 minutes. That's quite the theory. Sends to Eugene. We need to have a look at that secret passage, boys. I'm on it, boss. Right when the law clears up. Clears, me and Agnes are going up there. It's a dumbwaiter, not an industrial lift. How about I go instead of... Shush now. He turns to you. You got something else to back this route up, or is that it? I also found footprints upstairs in the old workshop. Footprints, takes a sip of his beer. Recent? He looks through, he looks tough, but there's a nervous twitch in his dark green eye. It's all too close to home for him. Recent, but they don't fit any of yours on the scene, Ruby's included. Goes against your little theory, doesn't it? He rubs his chin. Then again, I've known a few people in my life who own more than one pair of boots, and occasionally change them. Thinks for a moment, then nods, saying, "Good news. I'm still listening. Yeah, guess what? Remember that key I found there? Points at the window. I don't like guessing, cop. No one does. It opens the steel door in the kitchen. The one that leads upstairs to the roof. This key, he looks at the hawthorn bush outside the window. Was right here with you all the time. Didn't find it, but Ruby did. That's how she got up there. Quit jumping to conclusions, Theo. He turns, what? Theo, he turns to the old man. You took that key. Did it look like it was recently put there? The ribbon was old, faded. It's been there for 20 years at least. He's gonna put it back once he was done. Why? He shakes his head. This makes no sense. This doesn't make sense. It's damn interesting, but it doesn't fit well, and you know it. It doesn't fit well, but it fits, and he knows it. There's a pinball machines in the workshop, still operational. Right, what the fuck does that have to do with Ruby? Just an observation, let's move on. I did think that was weird. Have you noticed a winch out back on the outer wall of the whirling? I've seen the winch, I'm not blind, he nods, saying the part of the elevator she used to get up there. That's right. Have we firmly established Ruby could have access to the roof where the man was shot? Firmly, he shakes his head. Firmly doesn't go well with could have. There's a route to the roof. Me and the boys need to check it out. That's what we've established. But a route, he forms a gun with his hand, does not put a bullet in a man's head. A gun does that, and Ruby doesn't carry one. Phase 2, murder weapon. Get a gun. Get a gun in her hand. If not that, then at least a shadow of doubt in the shape of a gun. I've analyzed the bullet that killed him. It was jacketed. So the man shrugs and looks at you. So it had to come from a breech-loading rifle, military grade. He looks at you. Not even you militia monkeys have those. He doesn't wait for a response. This goes against your short-range theory. If a murder weapon was military grade, how did Ruby get it? I'm just being upfront with what I know. Right, Tyson nod, and that's mighty forthcoming of you, so let me extend the same courtesy. She's connected to you-know-what. So she may have access to semi-automatics. Well, that's a long fucking stretch of imagination. Show the antique rifle there. Weapons like this are just lying around mayonnaise. That looks antique. A Bell Margrave. He takes the gun, inspects it, and hands it back to you. It's inoperable. Where'd you get that? Cell under the bookstore. Oh, it was hidden there with others like it. 20, maybe 30 rifle sights, also broken. Still, still, there were too many, and there must have been other caches too. Oh, ding ding! Alright, what are we gonna dump? I forget. There's one, fuck it. Fuck drugs. No, fine. God damn it, we need to close that dump down for good. He nods to it. It's goddamn breech loader too. Find one that works and you got a military grade weapon. That shoots jacketed ammunition. He shakes his head. He sees it. This is coming together. He must. Time to really close the deal. Show him the bullet. Hold out the bullet. This bullet that did it. 4.46 millimeter. Bell Margrave uses the same caliber. The blonde man looks at the mushroom Deathbringer in the evidence bag and says, "Yeah, that bitch is jacketed, alright. 4 millimeter too." Where? Well, goddamn, his eyes follow the evidence bag in your pocket. It's not proof, but it's possible. It's a possible murder weapon. Close to her. Too damn close. He's going to have been thorough, I'll give you that. We already established Ruby's smuggling drugs. He could have smuggled guns too. Goddamn. It's just about your favorite topic, isn't it? Titus laughs this fight every fucking 5 seconds. What I'm saying is, from what I saw in her cabin, she'd have no trouble getting a gun. Trouble, this is Revachol. Even the roid heads in the gym had a carbine. No one has trouble getting a gun. I still never saw her carry one. It's becoming, he's angry because he knows you're right. What you're saying only confirms your theory. Are you fucking with me, logic? A local pawn shop had sold my lost gun to a woman. Maybe that was her. You lost your gun? Blonde man is taken aback, not even laughing. What an idiot. Big man leans closer, tell me. Did you lose it before the murder? Did we? No. Of course not, he scoffs. Ruby didn't use your gun to kill him. Stop thinking about your lost gun, damn it. You'll get a heart attack. Yeah. It was merely a thought exercise. He did not lose his gun. Let's move on. There's a 28% chance that the shot came from beyond the roof. Yes, goddammit. I know what 72 means. It means that there's a 28% chance it isn't that. He thinks for a moment. And 28 isn't no small chance either. Just making sure we're on the same page. Lieutenant pretends to take a note. Doesn't all fit. We're just sharing info candidly. I didn't say I'd prove she had a murder weapon. Just that we need to find her. I don't know, cop. Why don't you find your lost gun first? The tattooed man bursts out laughing at his own joke. Easy now, Al. This isn't comedy hour. Titus, we're not seriously considering it, are we? He almost gets up from his seat. Ruby wouldn't do this. Why would she do something like this? Phase 3, motive, the last component. Like, Lisa said some pretty interesting things about Ruby, but we know she's a liar, but, I mean, yeah, like what? She was part of the homosexual underground. Apparently she had a thing for Khaleesi. A thing, you mean? He tilts his head aside and falls silent. Yeah, but the fat man looks up from the table. They're both girls. Girls like girls too, Angus Kim explained. Sometimes, this is one of those times, she liked Khaleesi. Well, it had to be after. We wouldn't have arrived before the corpse showed up. Since, I mean, yeah. We came to investigate it, so it had already happened. I used to think so. It's scary, yes, he probably went to university and learned it from a liberal, what Kim said. Fuck you, the man can't believe what he's hearing. First he says she murdered him, now she's a fag too? It's a lie. Come Glenn, she likes Monica's titties more than you do. Damask smiles, everyone knows which way the wind blows there. I did, I knew it. That's why she didn't fuck me at Fatty's birthday party. She didn't fuck you because you're 40 and you're still live with your mum, Dennis. Light laughter sounds off in the room. Feels nervous. Chrissy said she made advances on her and she thwarted them. Thwarted, what a fine word. Fucking Dennis. What a guy. Ruby then threatened her and told her to end her relationship with the deceased. This is some sordid shit, the big man rubs his chin. It's also the kind of garbage our Miss Orangey puts out to cover her own ass. He did tell us when we were close to arresting her. Figures, he looks out the window. But that Ruby is queer as a cabaret. Now that I start thinking about it, so there is some truth to it. That's okay, some are queerer than others. You can still be a hardy, he glances at Glenn. But if you bring your own personal shit into our outfit... If that's the case, then it's not right. He looks at Titus, then Elaine. But it's not the case, right? There are many pieces that fit together that way, Eugene. Face it. When Khaleesi went downstairs, Ruby appeared to know something was wrong. Nah, man, that's just Ruby. She got shit under control. The man explains. That's the whole thing. That's why she's so good. Plus, man, she's it's like female intuition, you know. Women talk to women. He pecks at Titus. This is sort of why we need someone on the team that who they talk to. Right, everyone's. Hmm. Yes, roll your eyes. Female intuition, that's what it is. You're right, Eugene. Yeah, the man seems unsure of himself. Wishful thinking has no place in police investigation, Lieutenant tells Eugene. His voice is mild but firm. More serious consideration that you wish to avoid is that she knew what happened because she did it. It was all part of a leadership challenge against you, Titus. There's no fucking leadership challenge. A flash of rage. He calms himself. Just when I thought you were taking it seriously, cop, you put your head up your ass. Man, now he's just throwing shit against the wall to see what sticks. Okay, Lieutenant steps in. We've ruled out infighting. That's how this works. By exclusion. Remember, all we need to do is to rule Ruby out too. That's all this is. It's not why did she kill him, it's why did she organize a cover-up. I suppose you have a theory about that too, cop. She could have just been covering up for herself, Titus. Think about it, go through all that effort, it was her idea, wasn't it? The hanging, you went along, but she suggested it. Little man squints, eyes beady. She had like fully formed plan shit right when she came back downstairs. Really, Shanks. Khaleesi wanted to talk to another girl, that's all. She was just the first one up there. Would have come up with a plan too if I'd been first. Idea and rocket, mate. Good man. Time for logic demonstration. Uh-oh. Shanky, let's assume you killed him. I didn't do it, fuck it. It wasn't my plan. You probably did though. It's just a thought experiment. Think, Shanky, you killed him, you got up there, shot him, got down. Would you prefer to go on trial with your buddies, as part of a lynch mob, or alone for committing murder? Fuck you, man. I never fuck my guys over like that. He squeaks with indignation, especially for some bird. She didn't either. She would never do that. The blonde man looks around. Why aren't more of you defending her? This is fucking stupid, Titus. Glenn. Titus looks around. I thought the same thing when she skipped town and left us in this shit. Oh, so he didn't rule her out completely. She skipped town. This is good. Titus, you have to see it. Things don't add up. We need to talk to her. Silence. He looks around the room. The old man in the corner nods. A very small nod. A trickle of tobacco spit on his lip. Yeah, I see it. He puts his beer down. There's one more thing I've been wondering about. Ever since you asked me where she is. Add it to your list of suspicions if you want. I don't know, he smiles a peculiar smile. I don't know where she went. She just up and left, got real scared too. Wouldn't tell me where. However hard I asked. You wanna know why? Why? She was afraid I would tell you. He looks you straight in the eye. Maybe she was right. By now I probably would. She knew there's evidence on her, and she knew we'd find it. This is typical suspect behavior. Why fleeing is always incriminatory. The house. Perhaps. He looks out of the window again. Ask her if you find her. It won't be easy though. She made sure of that. There's a lot of those. If you ask the entire thing. When did she leave? Friday afternoon when you first arrived, I got word that the RCM was in town, and she came in to see me, told me she was leaving, and that's when we had a little conversation. What was she scared of? I told you. You. Me personally? Yes, you, the cop with the sideburns and the disco clothes. I have no idea why she'd be scared. I'm just a regular, normal cop with regular thoughts in his head. Sure, normal, he says without smiling. You know, when I first saw you limp in here, I thought she was paranoid or sniffing her own supply. But then he messes you up. Now I'm not so sure. What else did Ruby tell you about me? She said you have a funny taste in clothes, he scoffs, and that you won't stop until you have something on her. She said she's heard of you from Jamrock, that you're a human can opener, that you play suspect against each other, open them up like cans. Fucking hell, the tattooed man shakes his head. Titus, did he just open Angus up like a can? Yes, he did. He nods. And now we can whine about it, whack him, or we can get on with our lives. I'm having a go on with your life kind of day. Al, how about you? Silence, he nods. Is that true, Kim? Am I a can opener? You are insistent, he nods. Anything else? Anything? Yeah, there was something else. She wouldn't tell me though. I thought I could see she wanted to. It was burning on her lips. This cop, Titus, this cop. But she was too scared. Please don't be our ex. Everett has a file on you, but that's bogus. What she knows comes from somewhere else, from Jamrock. It must be real stuff. Do you have any clues on where Ruby went? She's not far. We know that much. She didn't take her lorry, so she's on foot. Good fucking luck, man. She knows this place like the back of her hand. You'll never find her. Yeah, Al gives you a sharp look. We won't either. She's not really the man stares at his beer hardy candidate anymore, is she? She's not, Glenn. Have you looked for her? A little on the coast. Where have you looked for her more precisely? More precisely? On the coast, past the waterlock? He nods southwest. She's not there. I'm thinking she's not here, so I'm thinking she's there. Who's doing this looking? They're all here. You're all here. Who's out looking? He shrugs. Lizzie needed some air. The gardener, but she went to tell Everett. So she did go to tell Everett. No. No one goes to tell Everett anything. He knows what he has to know. Fast. It's called a radio. You believe the gardener may have played you again when she stormed out? She has her own plan. I say ass. They tell me where on the coast I should start looking. Sure, there are some shit houses there. A cinder block town. It's probably the lady we can ask. I was looking for someone else where there's just nothing in the dialogue. The Fisher town, the refused to unionize. That's the one place we haven't looked. I hear they have some shack where junkies sometimes crash. Time for you to step up. We will start there. Lieutenant takes a quick note. One more question. What does Ruby look like? Boyish, red hair, dyed. She looks like a lorry man. Do we know what she's doing with Ulan frequencies? The what now? No idea. He looks around boys. She says he's building his voice is very quiet, a pale emitter. Oh. That might be what's eating the signal. On top of the church. What? We were talking about radio equipment. She said she's doing an Ulan frequencies and a pale something. I don't know more. This guy barely understands what he's talking about. There you have it, pale something. Titus puts an end to it. It's much to... but I'll do it. Go. It'll have to. Puts his hand out. Shake it. His grip is firm and reassuring, like holding a piece of unpolished granite. Not just granite. Tightly packed RCM sardine material. It used to be a cop, Titus. When are you gonna get it through your dumb head? He scoffs. I already am. I just wasn't sure you were. And he still isn't. People aren't afraid of good cops in the way Ruby was afraid of you, he thinks, and turns back to his men. Okay, I'm gonna say, because we're at 2 hours, we're actually gonna continue, but I need food. So I'll be a little bit, food and the old shower, maybe. So, half an hour, maybe a little bit more. I'll try to be quick. So, BRB.